following problem. I don't think we did this one. If you recognize it, say stop and I'll stop. Have we seen this problem? I don't think we have. Let's work on this problem for a minute. Okay, 1 minute. So this is 2.5. Okay, can we start? Can anyone give us a push here in the right direction? Anybody would like to help, please?
The exponent.
Okay, that's perfect. So we have to work on this exponent. Also, at the same time, you're correct. This should be the final, the starting point. But because I have a plus here, it's okay to also multiply these at the same time. Yes, I know that this is not what I promised, which is the order of operations, but only because it's a plus. Otherwise, I would have not dealt with anything maybe at this point. But it's a plus of these two terms. This will be a term and this will be another. So I can perform this and perform the other operation at the same time. But you're correct. So can anyone give us the negative 5/4 squared? We reviewed the rule last time, how to deal with this. Can anyone tell us how much is negative 5/4 squared? So it's 25 over 16. Excellent. Good. When we multiply a positive by a negative, the result will be?
Negative.
Perfect. And now let's multiply these two fractions as we learned last time. What do we get? So 5 times 11 is 55. 4 times 4 is 16. All we have to do now, consider the largest of the two because the denominator is the same, so there is no problem. So I have negative 55 plus 25 over 16, which happens to be negative 30 over 16. First, we deal with the sign. Negative of a positive is negative, and then simplify, or you can simplify here. If we simplify by 2, we get 15. If we simplify by 2, we get 8. So the final simplified form is negative 15 over 8. And yes, the problem may ask us to take the integers out. 1 and 7 over 8. Is this okay? Everyone? Okay. So here's the next one, 4/3 plus 8/5, everything in parentheses multiplied by 1/3 minus 3/4. I will ask each and every one of you for your answer. So please work on this problem. Alan, Mohammed, Ashley, Josh, Oliver, everybody. Jalaya, please. Everybody will give an answer on this problem. So Ashley, can you tell us what would you do first here, please? Which operation will you perform first? Let me just remind you, the requirement is that I am able to see you and you're able to see me. So Ashley, do you have an answer for us?
Yeah, I think you find the LCD.
Excellent, excellent. That's indeed is the first step. Can anyone, Ashley or anybody else, can anyone tell us what is the LCD for the first? What is the LCD for the second? Please. Mohammed, what do you think? What is the LCD for the first? Okay, Mohammed is not with us. Alan? Okay, Alan is not with us. Brianna, will you tell us? Oh, Alan is back. Okay. Okay. So Alan, what did you want to say? What is the LCD for the first two fractions?
3 times 1.
Which is?
15.
Excellent. Can anyone give us the least common denominator for the other set?
12.
Yes, indeed. And the reason is they don't have any common factors. 3 and 5 have nothing in common, meaning no common factors. Excellent. 3 and 4 have no common factors. That's why it's the product. Good, excellent. Good progress so far. Now, can anyone give us the adjustments on these fractions? Because we cannot write 4 plus 8. And we cannot write 1 minus 3. So what do you think? Josh, yes. Oliver, go ahead.
By 5.
Yes, indeed. And here?
Multiply by 4 and 3.
Exactly. Very good. Awesome. Good. So can anyone tell us what we have at least initially? Top here and top here. Anyone, please. What do we have?
20 plus 24.
Yes, you mean 20 plus 24. Okay, good. What about here? Anyone?
4 minus 9.
Exactly. Good. So then we add and we get 44 divided by 15. And here we have negative 5 divided by 12. Do not multiply before you simplify, please. What you can do is take care of the sign. A negative over a positive is negative. A positive times a negative is negative, and take care of the sign first. Because you may forget. We all forget. So now I'm ready to simplify. And I will simplify by 5. These two end in 5, so they are divisible by 5. Now these two are even numbers, so they must be divisible by 2, but I can even go to 4 and get 11 and 3. So it's 11 over 9, and it's very easy to forget. There is a minus in front. Now if we take the integers out, what do we get? Let's move on, please. Anybody can tell us what if we take the integers out, what happens?
Negative 1 and 2 9.
Yes. Negative 1 integer and 2 9. I didn't mean to put it so far away, so put them so far apart. Okay, good. The next problem I would like to work on is we are given this expression. We are asked to evaluate it for x equals negative 3/4 and y equals 3/4. Okay, let's work on this for 1 minute. One minute, please. So we evaluate x minus y squared, quantity squared, when x is negative 3/4 and where y is positive 3/4. Okay, can anyone tell us what to write next? What would you write in parentheses, please? Anybody? Anyone, please? Mohammed, would you tell us what to write in parentheses since you're back? I cannot hear you. Anyone will tell us what we have to write in parentheses first, please?
Is it
Yes? I couldn't hear you, Julia.
3/4 minus negative 3/4?
Yes, negative 3/4 minus 3/4. So then I have negative 6 over 4. Remember, when fractions have the same denominator, just copy the denominator and add or subtract the numerators, whatever you have. Do not square before you simplify. Don't do anything before you simplify if possible. They are both even numbers. I will divide both by 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 4 divided by 2 is 2. So what I have to square is this. Can anyone tell us what we get when we square negative 3 halves? Yes, I saw that, Rachel. Good. When we square negative 3 halves, what do we get? Okay, 9/4. And then, Brianna, can you take the integers out and tell us how to write it? Okay, so it's 2 and 1/4. Good. So let's continue with another equation like 3/4 x equals negative 9. Can anyone tell us what you recommend to do here? No, Mohammed, I cannot hear you. For some reason, I don't know. So anyone else would like to tell us what would you normally do here in this situation? Don't do it, just tell us what to do. Anybody, please.
Subtract 3/4 on both sides.
That is not possible because the operation is multiplication. We can only move
Divide.
we can only move terms around, right? If it's not a term, if it's a factor, I cannot separate it. Yes, so we will have to divide, but because it's a fraction, I would better think in other terms of doing what?
Would you put x and 9/1?
There is no need because it's multiplication. I want to eliminate this fraction. What did we say last time? How do we eliminate a fraction like this when it's multiplied?
Do you use the inverse?
The multiplicative inverse. Indeed. I have to multiply both sides by 4/3. Why? Why am I multiplying by both 4/3? What is this quantity equal to? Because I multiplied by 4/3. And I have to do it as the same, I have to apply the same treatment to both sides. I can't just do it with one side. Why did we choose 4/3 and not 5/7? I want to multiply by 5/7. And you will say no. Why will you say no? Correct. But 5/7 is not the multiplicative inverse of 3/4. That's the reason why we multiply by 4/3. Because 4/3 times 3/4 equals how much? What does it equal?
12/12.
It equals 1 because they are multiplicative inverses of each other. I am kindly asking you to redo the notes first. Because as you see, it's going to accumulate and we pile up on the previous lectures. So 4/3 is the multiplicative inverse of 3/4. The product is 1 because that's the only way to get a 1 on the left-hand side, 1x. Good. Here I will simplify. So then I get -12. Is this true? I don't know. All I have to do is plug it back in. I don't need anyone to tell me whether it's correct or not. I have 3/4 multiplied by -12. So when I simplify, 3 times 3 is 9 with a minus in front is -9. So I'll say yes, that's correct. The left-hand side is -9. The right-hand side is -9 when I replace x by -12. And it's done. Any questions? Any questions, please? Now, in this particular case, x minus 1/5 equals 9/5. Yes, here I do have to move this term because it's subtracted. When I move it to the other side, it becomes positive. So x equals 1 over 5 plus 9 over 5 is 10 over 5, which is 2. So that is the easy situation to move terms around. Okay, what about this one? Negative 3/5 x equals negative 15. What will you do here? Please. Anybody. It's okay if you're wrong. If you're not wrong, then why am I here?
Don't do the reciprocal of negative 3/5.
Correct. And what would that be?
So negative 5 over 3.
Negative 5 over 3. Excellent. Remember parentheses to signify product. If I don't put parentheses, this is negative 15 minus 5/3, which is not what we're trying to do. We're multiplying both sides by negative 5/3. Here, the whole purpose was to get a 1. And that's what we're getting. Negative 5/3 times negative 3/5 is 1, which means just x. Here I multiply two negative numbers. I will not multiply them. I will simplify first by 3. So the answer is 25. Any questions? Okay, let's look at some translations. Anybody, any questions here? Anybody? Yes, you have to tell me which kind of example. It's not clear to me which kind of example you need, Mohammed. So I'd like to do some translations, like for example, 2/3 of a number is 5/6. Can anyone tell us, how do I translate this into math? 2/3 of a number is 5/6. How do I write this in plain math?